Morning students. Today's topic is mixing of powders. For mixing of powders there are various types of methods can be used, and also discussing about packaging of powders. Mixing our powders during this process when two or more substances are combined together to form a uniform mixture. During this process, to get a uniform powder mixture by the use of blending of powders, active component can be uniformly distributed throughout the mixture and also improve the appearance of the powders and release of drug at correct site and desired rate. Depending on the nature of ingredients and the amount of powder to be prepared, mixing may be using different types of methods: spatulation, titration, ligation, and tumbling. First one is spatulation. During this process, used for only small scale. In this method, using with spatula on a tile or a paper sheet, the blending of powder with spatula on a tile or paper sheet used sometimes for small quantities, in sometimes using mortar and pestle. This is not a desirable. This spatulation process is used for small scale industries. Disadvantages: this method is not suitable for mixing of larger quantities of powders, and also this method is not used for potent drugs. By the use of this method, not produces homogeneous product, means uniform product cannot be obtained by spatulation process. Titration. Titration may be employed to produce the both combination and mixing. During this process, product can be converted into smaller size, and also it involves mixing process. It is a simple admixture is desired without special need of combination. In this method, using glass mortar pestle can be used for titration process. Geometric dilution. In geometric dilution is a pharmaceutical process that thoroughly mixes a small amount of drug with an appropriate amount of diluent, an inert substance that thin or bind the drugs. This method is most commonly used for mixing of a potent drugs using diluent. This diluent is inert in nature, does not affecting the therapeutic activity of the drugs. Mixing of powders by using dilution process. When mixing of powder of unequal size, smaller amount is mixed with an equal amount of other. That mixture then mixed with equal amount of larger amount of powder. This process is completed to obtain required quantity. For you getting the 1000 mg of a powder, the potent compound is having 100 mg. The process can be explained. First, to take 100 mg of powder plus adding another 100 mg of diluent. For proper mixing, you will get the 200 mg of powder. For this 200 mg of powder is mixed with another 200 mg of diluent. The total powder is 400 mg. For 400 mg of powder, you will adding another 400 mg of diluent. You will get the 800 mg of powder mixture. For 800 mg of powder mixture, adding remaining quantity of 200 mg of diluent through uniformly mixing, you get 1000 mg of powder. In this process, to get the uniform product, this process is called as geometric dilution. This method is most commonly used for potent substances. When a small amount of potent substance is to be mixed with large amount of diluent, the geometric dilution method is useful to obtain uniform distribution of drug. This method, the drug placed with appropriate equal volume of diluent in a mortar and mixed with thoroughly by titration process. The second portion of diluent equal in volume to the mixture added and titration is repeated. This process is continued by adding equal amount of diluent to get the powder mixture. Repeated this until of the diluent is incorporated. Some pharmacists and inert colored powder to the diluent before mixing to permit visual inspection of mixing process. The third method is sifting. This method is most commonly used in household using sifters. Powders may also be mixed by passing them through the sifters like used in kitchen to sift flour. By this process obtain light and fluffy product. This method is not useful for incorporating the potent substances. Tumbling. This is the another method used for mixing of powder in a rotating chamber. For small scale and large scale motorized powder blenders are mixing by using tumbling them. It is a time consuming process. Such blenders are widely employed in industry or mixers that use the motorized blades to blend the powders in large vessels. Large scale motorized powder blenders are having motorized blades. These blades are moved at high speed to get the uniform products. Some examples of tumbling mixers are used for large scale. The powder enclosed in a large container which rotates by motorized process. Such process is used for mixing of large quantity of powders. The ideal characters of tumbling mixtures are these produces a complete blend rapidly to avoid product damage. The cleaning is easy and discharging the product is also easy. Dust light tight containers, they are require low maintenance and low power consumption. Some examples are tumbling mixers, V-cone blender and double cone blender. Tumbling mixer and V-cone pharmaceutical mixers and planetary mixers. These mixers are having motorized blades in the containers to mix the powder materials. The working of these mixtures can be studied in previous year. Short note on mixing of powders. Spatulation. Mixing the powders with help of spatula on a paper or sheet. Titration. It is used for both reduction of size and mixing of powders. Geometric dilution is most commonly used for potent drugs. Shifting. In this process, powders are mixed by pass through the shifters. Tumbling. It is a process of mixing of powders in a large container rotated by a electronic motor. This type of blenders are most commonly used in industry as large volume of powder can be mixed by using these type of tumbling mixers. Packaging of powders. Double wrapping. Powders always must be packed in double wrapping using powder papers. There are two type of papers can be used. Outer paper is plain paper and inner wrapping paper is made up of gelatin. Thank you.